Hi darlings, this is Christina, and today I have a few new goodies for you. I have had these products for a few weeks now, so I have a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, and if you're interested, just keep watching and let's get into it. Okay, so like I stated, I have had these for a few weeks. It has been a interesting few weeks. I haven't been able to go over this with you until now, and I'm so excited because I've actually been able to try them all for quite a while, and mostly I love it. I love most of these. What should we go over first? I think because I am going to do an eye look with you guys, one that you guys have actually asked me to give you for a while now. So I'm going to start with the Westman Atelier Vital Skincare Concealer. Now, this drew my attention quick, fast, and in a hurry because of a few claims. This states to be a medium to full coverage that brightens, blurs, and sets in seconds. Airy, supernatural finish. And I reread that. I was like, supernatural finish? Really? I mean, I get it with the marketing, but that really tickled me. I thought that was hilarious. But I will say, I'm going to show you guys, but it is pretty amazing. I have to say this concealer is definitely one of the best concealers I've tried all year. So I did purchase the color M2. I thought that would be better fit for me, even though it was telling me to go M3. I like a little bit brighter of a concealer. I wanted to try a concealer that I could use by itself. Like I didn't want to add another concealer. So I just selected this one and I think I did a good job. Now this does have a 12-month shelf life and it is made in Italy. So I'm just going to bring you guys in a little closer so we can go over this. So what I'll do first is just apply just a tad bit to all the places that I need to conceal, in the inner corners, outer corners, my nose, you know, the normal spots. You don't need a lot, guys. I want to tell you that right now. Just a little bit goes a long way. And I'll put a little here. And I'm definitely not the first to review this. This has been out for a little bit. And some people use it like a foundation. I'm not going to do that. I actually already have foundation on. I have the Clé de Peau Radiant Finish Foundation. Now, I will tell you, the only place I didn't put that under is my eyes. So I do like to use my Lisa Eldridge setting spray. I just dab it on my concealer brush. Why? Because this actually does set like it states. And if you have eyes that are a little bit drier, okay, now not right away, but when I've worn this to work, and let me tell you, the coverage is fantastic. You know, I put my makeup on really early in the morning, probably about like 8 when I'm dropping my daughter off to school. We like sit there, hang out in the car until it's time to drop her off, but my son has to go to school much earlier. So anyway, my point is I wear this around 8, I get home around 7, and I have to say that my makeup still looks pretty good. Like the only thing I noticed, you know, the first week was that it may have looked a little bit like it was bunching up into my lines. And I found that using the setting spray to kind of set it helped with that, as well as just looking just gently. Okay, we're not gonna get crazy, but once you set it, okay, like I did right now, as you can see, it looks really good. And I'm gonna leave it at that, right? I just kind of look and make sure that nothing has set in the lines as well, because in the past I had looked and there was still like foundation set in there, and because it does set, you see that setting over the course of the day in your lines. And it wasn't crazy, guys, not at all, but it was still like something I was noticing at the end of my work day. So I start experimenting, seeing how to avoid that, and that's what worked well. But other concealers, like around lunchtime, I notice I'll have to reapply it. So which is nice, I don't have to do that at all with this one. It pretty much does what it says. It does set, it does conceal very well. Usually I use 2 concealers to get this type of coverage, and even then it's not as flawless looking as this one, considering like I have to put multiple things on. In a few videos back, you guys actually asked me to redo one of the looks I have, and so I thought I'd do it that with you guys today. I'm going to be using several different palettes. I'll be using the GUERLAIN Wild Nudes palette. I will be using the new Hermes Fall palette in Ombres Minerals, and I will be using my Dior Beige Mitza color. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys zoomed in the way you are so we can do this look really quick before I move on to our other things, which will be mascara next. Okay, so we're going to start with that nude color, which you can see I love the mess out of. I really do love that color. It's like the perfect nude on me. And if you ever see me with like a crease color, it's usually going to be this one. Usually. Now, do you need, you know, 3 palettes to achieve this look? Absolutely not. But I have these in my collection and I like to use my product. So this is how I do it. I don't know that when you initially saw it, I had the Hermes palette. So I may have used a different color to deepen, which I probably did. Limited Dior palette because that brown color is kind of similar to this one, and I probably just used it to deepen up the edges. But since that is not available, guys, I'm going to show you what is, and that's going to create a similar look. But this here rusty color, in addition to like purples, deep burgundy purple, looks like it's going to be pretty popular for this fall winter time. I've just seen a lot of holiday palettes releases that have similar tones. Okay, so that's where we're at. So I use that first color in Wild Nudes to just kind of give me a good crease color, and then I use the Hermes Atlas deep rich color to deepen up the corners. And then for the razzle dazzle, I'm gonna go into Beige Mitza, which my lovely beauty friend, I've never actually had a friend on YouTube like where we correspond with each other in such a supportive way until Joanna. And so I highly recommend you subscribe to her. I've already told you guys about her in one of my previous videos. I will link her channel down below. She's the one who initially got me looking into this color because it looks so good on her, and I couldn't thank her enough because she's the only person who actually made me want this palette. Like, no other YouTuber made me interested until I saw her, and it's such a pretty color. Anyway, Joanna has, you know, just been so supportive. She's mentioned me a few times on her channel, and you know, you just don't get that. You know, she's definitely not the first person I've talked about on my channel. Not like I do it so they can, you know, give me the same on their own channel. I do it just because I want to. But the fact that she turned around and did the same for me just speaks volumes. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe I don't inspire those people. That is okay. I'm okay with that. I don't need that. I still love the YouTubers that I have done shout outs for, and I don't need them to give me, you know, kudos or anything like that. Some of them have subscribed to me in various ways, and I thought that was so sweet because they're like way bigger than me, and they definitely didn't have to do that, and I thought that was so awesome. But Joanna actually, you know, did a whole shout out for me, and I thought that was just the sweetest, you know. And I'm gonna take this color again, just go under here on the outer. But anyway, that just meant so much to me. So I highly recommend subscribing, checking her out. She does beautiful tutorials. She's a lovely individual inside and out. And you know, she is in Germany, so she gets like first dibs on a lot of luxury beauty launches, so that could be very helpful for you. We're very similar in the things we like. So there we go. And I'm going to take that light color here and put it on the inner corner. I said I wasn't going to, but here's the thing with this color, because beige Mitza is so cool toned, I have to put my favorite shimmers in the inner corner. I'm so sorry, guys. I was trying not to use this palette, but it makes a difference, I think, in the tone, because the Hermes Minerals, that is more cool toned, not white, it's like a cool toned gold, and I just wanted something warm to brighten up the inner corner. And then I'm pretty sure I put this color over top because your girl loves to sparkle. I can't help it. So there we go. If you have like more of a warm toned like shimmer shade, which, you know, I could also have used the Coral Look, which is that single eyeshadow. I just want to put that here like that. Okay, and then to clean up everything, I'm going to just take the Westman Atelier Concealer here. And like I said, I try not to overuse this because this really sets. So I would not recommend doing this under your eye. This is okay here, like in the outer perimeter, but I would not recommend going in for a second time with that concealer because it'll be too much. It'll be too much for your face, and it already has set down. It looks fabulous. You don't need more. See, and I got pretty full coverage. Like, it looks really good. I'm just going to use the Valentino Color Graph in Brown Fondant. It's kind of like a cooler brown. You know, Valentino has been killing the makeup game. I love their eyeliners. I love the new buttery matte lipsticks, which I reviewed last. I mean, they're just fantastic. The only thing that I've tried that I didn't love were the blushes. I purchased one last year and I just did not like the finish on me. So maybe I'll try a different color. It was a very pinky color, and the way that it looked on my skin was like terrible. So I don't even think I reviewed it. I purchased it during a Sephora sale and I returned it like immediately. I was like, I'm not even gonna review this. Okay. I probably should have sharpened this a little bit. And it does have a brush for like smudging out if you so desire, which I like to do at the edge just to clean it up a little. And there we go. So now the next thing I'm going to talk about is the new Charlottetilbury Exagger-Eyes, which I told you guys I was going to be reviewing because I love the promos. I'll show you here. It looked fantastic. The lashes were super long, super beautiful, and you guys know I love a lash. I typically use 2 mascaras to get my look, my perfect, you know, fake eyelash look. So anything that's going to tell me I'm going to get, you know, all my bang for my buck on one, I'm going to try. So what I'm going to do is try this on the right side, and I'll show you my combo on the left. And yeah, we'll talk about it. It has a 28-hour hold, 2 times curl effect. It's smudge proof, flake proof, sweat proof, clump proof, and humidity proof. It is stating it gives you 9 times more than the typical mascara. So, you know, we'll see. Okay, before we start, I'm gonna just get some water. This is the Stanley Barbie edition. Yes. So they came out with a, what was it? Fancy Love Shack something, a release a month ago. And I clicked on it to be alerted and everything was available. And I kept looking at the mugs and I was like, I know it has these flower patterns and I like flower patterns, but something about them was not doing it for me. I was like, this is too like curtain, grandma curtain to me. Something about them just gave me those vibes, even though they're very pretty. And I'm not personally a fancy Love Shack enthusiast, so I think that also did it for me. But Barbie, yes. They have like 6 or 7 options. I'll link this. I'm not sure what's available, but it looked like this one wasn't selling out nearly as much. I do have a few Stanley cups. I'm not a big collector of them because the only thing I don't like is that they do tip over and spill, which you know your girl's clumsy, so it has happened multiple times. But I do think they keep it really cold. Your water, my water always stays cold throughout the day. Put ice and water and we're good to go. But I thought it was so pretty. They had one that was like all pink, but had this big Barbie logo on it, and that I didn't like. I don't like too much fuss. I loved that this was like a little different. So as you can see, it's got the stars and Barbie very small. My mother's favorite color was purple, and this literally came in on her birthday, which was September 20th. So yeah, it was like meant to be. Let's exaggerate. I just love Charlotte's very extra approach on everything. You know, she's like her own best hype woman, and I think that's fantastic. I think you should believe in your products and be excited about them. So I do love Charlotte for that, but let's see if this does what it claims. Now, I have to let you know, I already have naturally curly lashes, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't really need the curl. I never curl my eyelashes. They just are that way. So we'll see how this goes, but it's supposed to enhance curl, but I'm letting you know that that's not normally something I have issues with. Okay. So I have worn this, guys, a few times, and I will say it's very nice. I like the wand. I think it does get the whole lash from bottom to tip. Okay, so that's like a few coatings, right? So as you can see, my eyes, quite a bit of volume, very good length. So I'm gonna go and put in another few coatings. I mean, I typically will keep building until I'm satisfied with where the look is going. So I may put like 6 or 7 coats of mascara on my lashes, just so you know. So I didn't dip into this again. This is all with just one dip in the mascara. So definitely really good. Okay, I'm going to dip back in, get a little more product. Now it's not supposed to clump, so I should be able to coat as many times as I want. That's the claim, without clumping. Nice. Very nice. And the funny thing is, like, I have tried this, right? But I was kind of upset that it did not work well with my brown mascaras because I like to mix black and brown. But if I was just going to rock a black mascara, this is definitely a great one. Okay, so I either will combine my YSL Lash Clash in brown with my SWEED Beauty or the Chanel Volume in black. So these two in black, this one in brown. So we're going to see how this compares. You know, I think I'm going to do my SWEED because this definitely gives a lot of lengthening, and the brown Lash Clash gives a lot of volume. So let's compare that to the Charlotte. We're going to start with Lash Clash. That's typically where I start with. Not that it matters, but I find that this is like my favorite brown mascara. Whoop. To try. Okay, so Lash Clash, this is with like a few coatings, and you see how feathery it makes the eyes. Like, I just love this mascara. It Gives length and it gives the flutter. It just looks like the prettiest lashes. And if you want like a more natural look, this would be it for you. This lash clash is fantastic. Because I like lots of volume, we're gonna take the Sweet Beauty. Now you can see this brush is a lot different than the YSL. YSL is a little chunkier. Sweet Beauty, like a thin pick comb, right? Charlotte's has more of like a curl pattern look, right? Now, most people are not doing two mascaras, I don't think. So, you know, it really means something that Charlotte is giving a good run for your money with just one mascara. So, Sweet Beauty and YSL and Charlotte. So, when I tried these on, when I was, you know, going to work and stuff, what I did notice is that this side, my YSL and Sweet, is longer. Not by much, but you see a little bit. So I would say if you aren't like me and you do not use multiple mascaras, I would say Charlotte's is really fantastic as a single mascara. It's definitely giving the drama, and see, I'm putting another coating in there, and I do not see any real clumping. The lashes do look a little thicker, like thicker coated, versus my other combination here after many coats. Definitely holds its own. Like, as you can see, definitely close. Go Charlotte. The next thing we have are the lips. We have Violette Fr's Bisou Jelly lipsticks. It's a lipstick, but it definitely is going for more of a bouche mordue. I just can't pronounce it in the French way, so forgive me. These are stated to be an antioxidant rich balm that meets lipstick that delivers a sheer kiss of color and a touch of natural shine, engineered with 2 distinct layers, a pigment core that allows for blurred color within the natural lip, and an outer jelly layer infused with vitamin E. This unique formula results in juicy, just been kissed lip, building on Bijou Balm's signature French bouche mordue, just bitten lip look with a volume enhancing sheen. So I did pick 2. I picked Bonbon a la Rose, an easy to wear soft nude pink inspired by traditional French pastels, and Bonbon Caramel, a rich caramel brown that gives lips a touch of natural warmth and luminosity. Now these are made in Italy and have a 24-month shelf life. Okay, so the first one I'm going to try is Bonbon La Rose. Now I have been using these, of course, because your girl can't help it. I have to try my new products when I get them, or swatch them or something. And I have to tell you, these are super hydrating. Like, they remind me of like the GUERLAIN Kiss Kiss Be Glow oil in a lipstick formula. The way that these like are so comfortable on the lips. I'm big on comfort when it comes to like lip balms, lip shines. Like, I just can't tolerate like drying formulas anymore. Like, I'm too old for it. I don't want to do it. So comfort's very important. I feel like these were very comfortable, very hydrating, and gorgeous. I just love Violette Fr's line. Now let's try the next color. Now we have Bonbon Caramel, which, you know, all the vibes. Now the wear power with these, I would say not that long if you don't add like a lip liner or something to it. I would say longer than her other ones though, and I'm going to give you a little swatch comparison of the Bijou original balms. So these wear up longer than that, but still not super long lasting, because I used it yesterday when I took the kids to the park, and I could feel it for hours after that, just to give my lips like a little something something. So this is Bonbon Caramel. And then let me just give you a swatch This is the original Bijou Balm in Batiste, and this is actually one of my favorite colors. I picked two, and Batiste was my favorite. So let me show you. I don't know, let me see if you can see the finish. So finish is different. This is definitely more of a her matted version, right? And these are her creamy versions. She says she always envisioned having a matte version of Bouche Mordu kind of look. And yeah, so you can see these different in tone. This is more reddish and this is more of a pinky color. My Chanel 158 Rose Natural lip liner, which you guys know I have loved for years. It's like my favorite, like pinky brown nude. So it's a nice, comfortable formula. Not too hydrating, not too matte. It's very soft. Take the brown color. So I think this would be a nice pairing. Yeah. Very nice. I think if you want longer wear, put a lip liner under there. And so I will link this one in particular, my favorite, but you could put anything that's your favorite and I think it would last a lot better and it look really pretty. Since I've done all my makeup with you, I'm going to show you my blush combination. So we're actually going to mix beige, the Chanel Beige Eclatant and Rose Radiant together. You know, I believe one of my beauty subscribers mentioned doing that, and gosh, I'm so sorry that I don't recall which, but I really appreciated that because I was like, yeah, let me try that. Because beige eclatant, you know, I've got a little bit of beef with. Doesn't show up on my medium skin tone, but it does give like a very natural flush of color. And so mixing the two together, it's like a nice in-between color. And this is the final look. Final thoughts. I have to say, let's start first with the Westman Atelier Concealer. I will say I have pretty much used this every day since I purchased it. It's right up there with the Surratt Beauty. I think the thing about this one is that it definitely gives you more fuller coverage. So I feel like I need to use so little and it gives great coverage to my under eye dark circles. I don't need like a color corrector or anything like that. I just feel like it does such a good job of like making everything look so good. I will say the one downfall is that it does do what it says and it sets. I don't even powder when I have this under my eyes because it will get too dry for me. Whereas the Surratt Beauty is very beautiful. It doesn't cause any drying, but I do have to add another concealer with it to give me more full coverage. Okay, so it's like there's no, to me, perfect concealer. I feel like for me this is as pretty perfect as it's going to get, even with my Sublumage, and I'll do another video on concealers, but Sublumage is very pretty. Still, I've never gotten this full coverage where I feel like all the dark areas, which is normally here for me, I don't see them as pronounced as I have in other videos in real life. Like I feel like it does a great job of giving you that coverage, trying to set it as best it can. It's just a beautiful concealer. And in case you're wondering, I am not planning on reviewing the Victoria Beckham concealer. I saw reviews on that already because I was considering it, but I love the Westman Atelier so much, and from what I understand, the Victoria Beckham is very light in consistency, so it doesn't give you that same full coverage. And if it's not going to outdo Westman Atelier, I'm not going to purchase it because I already just purchased the Surratt, and I feel like the Surratt is even going to give better coverage than Victoria Beckham for a fraction of the cost. So yeah, darlings, the second thing, I think if you are a normal person and not like me that uses many mascaras to get my fake lashes look, I think this is a great mascara. As you can see, it gives great intensity, great volume. It does curl. Well, I can't attest to that. Like I said, curly lashes. So did it make it more curly? I don't think so. So I don't know how to be on someone who has more straight lashes, but I can say this is a really great mascara. And for the regular consumer, I think you couldn't go wrong with it. It looks flirty. It looks natural-esque, right? It does compare very well to my two mascaras. So yeah, I'm impressed, and I would definitely recommend the Exagger-Eyes Volume Mascara from Charlotte. The Bijou Jellies from Violette Fr, I love them. Like I said, they are so hydrating and comfortable, and you know, everyone's into that whole French beauty aesthetic right now, and you know, that's neither here nor there for me necessarily, but I do really enjoy these. I think since I paired it with this liner, this is my first time doing it that way. I'm gonna try it some more this way, but it is so comfortable and I love these colors. I definitely would be tempted to pick up more colors because they have this beautiful like red color. Oh, these are definitely more comfortable, like I said, than the Bijou Balm, but they're totally different kind of looks. And because the Bijou jellies are very moisturizing, I wouldn't use like a moisturizing lip liner to set it. I'd use either a drier formula or a semi-dry formula like the Chanel lip liner, which this is so pretty. It's like the perfect pinky nude brown color, and it makes your lips look juicy and healthy. I am in love with this combination right now. Overall, I love everything I picked out. Like I said, I have some real staples here. Yeah, darlings, tell me, what did you think? Have you tried any of these products? Have you been interested in these products? What is your take on it? I love to hear what you guys have to say. I hope you all have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next one.